Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Tennessee's offense is on the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with this group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
The Wildcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Reinbold. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's looking for a man on second down. Unleashes it. Complete downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Defense in press coverage. They're going to run it to the right. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th and 9.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Yeah, those slot receivers nowadays, they're little watermelons, man. You can play touch football and an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side.
Touchdown ball! What a catch and run for 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Vanderbilt. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback empties his backfield. On second down, just keeps firing. He's got him this time. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. He's got his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's looking to throw it. That's caught. It's Reinbold. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Back to the air one more time. Getting some heat. He's got it. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He wants to throw. Quickly complete.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback can go in the other direction.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Reinbold. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes...
And it's picked off. Looking for more room. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David. Picked off. Oh, he gave him a dead leg. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabs over the middle. It's Leon. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gonna let it fly. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And your Kentucky Wildcats will take over.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll run it from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdowns.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. At the 45 on its way. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed on the outside, it's Sanders.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to fire on second down. Makes the grab down the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and what looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Now the play fake. On target. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
How about that second receiving touchdown of the ball game? Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They've got to start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Tennessee, 10.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Volunteers want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Burns. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pulls it in. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, Tennessee! Reeled it in and just made the house call. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Air Force is delivering an all-out assault offensively today, hanging points all over the Wild Blue Yonder. They're up 14 over New Mexico. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
The running back carry.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit.
He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
PAT unit on the field. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in great position.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Burns. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that.
Yeah, that's nice coverage. He's taking a shot, trying to throw the ball to the end zone. Maybe put that thing up a little bit higher where his guy can go up and make a play and come down. Nice job by the defender, just getting his fingertip on the top of the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Kentucky. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going to take off. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Looking to throw, it's Burns. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. It's very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions. And we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. Timeout called by the offense, 29 seconds left on the clock.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short-yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year.